Welcome to episode 9 of the World Cup show. This is the show where we spin a couple of wheels and that will determine what team, what game mode, and how many games we are going to be playing with some in game forfeits if I lose. And then overall, if the episode's a loss, I will have to do a huge forfeit too from a wheel. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the episode. But before we do that, let's discuss the World Cup itself because that's what we're here. That's what we are here. Game week 1 is finally over. It had lots of spinnings, lots of turnings, but overall, it had some good games in there and a couple of rubbish games. But you know what? You gotta, kumsi kumsa, kumsi kumsa. But yeah, let's get into the games we haven't got through. So you had Austria 3, Jordan 1. Jordan's World Cup debut may have ended in defeat, but they certainly didn't embarrass themselves. Austria entered the match as clear favourites and quickly showed why. Their organised approach and clinical finishing helped them establish control, putting Jordan under pressure from the start. However, Jordan refused to sit back. Their debutants showed tremendous spirit and managed to find the back of the net, creating one of the most memorable moments in their footballing history. For a brief period, Austria looked uncomfortable as Jordan's confidence grew. Ultimately, Austria's superior quality proved decisive. A third goal secured the victory and ensured they began their World Cup campaign with maximum points. Despite the loss, Jordan earned plenty of admiration for their effort and their determination. No red cards were shown, and the match was largely free of controversy. You had Portugal 1, DR Congo 1. Now, this was a controversial game in terms of the players for Portugal, and especially Cristiano Ronaldo. This was supposed to be one of the most significant and straightforward fixtures going into this game from Portugal. Instead, it produced one of the biggest surprises of the tournament. Portugal, midfield three of Bruno Fernandes, João Neves, and Vitinha didn't produce a single chance amongst them. It was incredible to watch. They didn't even produce any chances for Cristiano Ronaldo. It was just passing back. I get they held the possession and they made the most passes and whatnot. But Congo looked like they were the serious ones that wanted a goal out of it. Like, I hear it, João Cancelo had a goal disallowed for offside. João Neves scored a header, as well as Johan Wissa scored for DR Congo. But let's not take away the play of where DR Congo held Portugal. They couldn't do nothing in that attack, and they smothered them completely. Bodies after bodies inside the box to make sure that Cristiano Ronaldo, firstly, was nowhere near the ball or nowhere to be seen. And then the creative players couldn't find the spaces. So now Portugal need to fix up because Cristiano Ronaldo, this is his final tournament. And we all know he wants that last dance, the hurrah, so he can get the same table as Messi. That's what he wants. But at this rate, they're getting knocked out in the group stages, and they might call it the group of death. You had Uzbekistan 1, Colombia 3. Now, this game was a game for the ages because Luis Diaz, on his World Cup debut, scored a goal and assisted. And what an assist it was for Daniel Munoz because he managed to find his run and made sure that he was not offside when he drilled that pass over the fucking defense for Munoz to volley it home. And then he scored an electrifying goal too. But yeah, the surprising thing was the fact that they did not let down at the same time. Uzbekistan, they were good. They were decent on their, first World Cup. They produced little moments of quality, but Colombia experience, that was the only way to go forward at the moment. So yeah, when it comes to football, Colombia might be going through as leaders of this group if Portugal don't step up, because Colombia looked like serious deal. And yeah, towards the end, they scored a 98th minute goal, Colombia, to make it 3-1. That's how that's what shows them that they're relentless. Like, literally, they were protecting the ball. Ball goes in, header to a free spare man. Uzbekistan was caught sleeping. And you had Ghana versus Panama. Ghana kicked off their World Cup campaign with a hard-fought victory over Panama in a match that was far tighter than the scoreline suggests. Both teams came into the tournament hoping to make a statement, and opening stages were played at a frantic pace. Panama looked dangerous on the counter-attack, and created several numerous moments for the Ghanaian defence. However, Ghana gradually took control of possession and began creating the better opportunities. But still, this game was probably the worst game I've seen so far in the World Cup. But they still got the goal, and it might have been a last minute one. But at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You can play rubbish throughout the whole of the 90 minutes or added time or whatnot. All that matters is if you get a goal or not. If you get a goal, you'll go through and you'll win. And that's what Ghana did. So I respect it. I respect it. And I've saved the best to last. England 4, Croatia 2. If anyone was wondering whether England were serious contenders at the World Cup, they got their answer against Croatia. It was a great attacking display, one for the ages, where we haven't seen from England in a very long time, probably since the Euros, in my opinion. But yeah, it was full of attack, full of chances, full of opportunities. Like the first half, very nervous, settling in, but it's understandable. It's their first World Cup in a very long time. The last time we know what happened with Gareth Southgate, but this is the first one with Tommy T. And yeah, did it fucking surprise us? Oh my god, they were off the front foot. The things that surprised me was number one, you had Harry Kane pretty much playing CDM. So I was thinking, what the hell was going on here? And Bellingham was pretty much playing up front, but I knew what they were doing. They were creating these kind of instances where they had like a box thing going on with where they were passing to each other and that as well. So Harry Kane would come in deep, and he would majority of the time be looking for Nani Madueke. And you know what? I gotta hold up my hands on it. Nani Madueke in it, yo. I hear it. People are gonna slate you and all this kind of shit as well at the same time. But you had a decent game. You played better than the pressing Garnacho, as I would like to call him. The hard-working Garnacho on the other side. You get me? 80 million down the drain by the looks of it. Oh my god, Gordon. Nah, not it. Not it, man. Disappointing. Surprising. But yeah, second half come and they showed them what it was about. It was 2-2 in the first half. You had a Harry Kane penalty, and then you had a Harry Kane header, and then you had Croatia score 2 goals as well, plainly because the defense was lacking, and they were just getting muddled up as well at the same time. And Stones and Konza don't play often with each other, but Konza had a good game. So did Reece James, and so did Nico O'Reilly at the back. But yeah, then you had Bellingham come on the score sheet as well with a great 1-2, 1-2 and that in terms of finding the spare man within the box and that, and they were just continuously passing around. They weren't like dwaddling on the ball. But yeah, man, this New England setup really, really looks confident, and I think, in my opinion, they might go far. I had them in my sweepstake, well, in my prediction, sorry, to get knocked down the round of 16, but I think that's going to probably change. So let's see which team we are using for this world spin. So let's get this cracking and spin the wheel. Spin the wheel, let's spin the wheel to see which team we're going to give World Cup glory to. And it's Australia and New Zealand, a double header. Let's go and see which team we are going to be using today. But before we do that, it's the game mode. Which game mode are we going to be using? So let's spin the wheel to see what game mode we are going to be playing. Spin that wheel. Live events again. 3 times in a row this is now. I can't control it. And now let's find out how many games we are going to be playing with this team. Fingers crossed. Like I said, we don't want to get 6-7 because it's a weekday, and a weekday we gotta work. Some number work. So let's get the wheel spinning. Spin that wheel, a spin that wheel, a spin that wheel. 2 games, I cannot complain. Now let's build our team and see what the Aussies and New Zealand combined looks like. So let's start off in goals. Let's start off with the Aussie players first. Let's see. Australia would be here. Let's have a look, and then let's see. I'll do what I did yesterday. So I'll go here. I'll go any. Let's have a look. And then I'll start with the right, left back. It can be him. Let's have a look. Right mid, it can be him. And here. And then centre back there. Oh, the wrong person. there. Not one half a striker. Let's have a look and see New Zealand. So we've got Cahill. Sorry, we've got Wood. And let's see, left mid we'll have Just. And then next to Cahill we'll have this brother. And in right back we'll have this brother. And let's do the subs. Dan. Let's have a look and see. Okay, you can go there. Then we'll put the rest of Australia's team in here. Australia, back to Australia, Aussies. And let's have a look. We go here. You go here, you go here, you go here. And voila, we have a team. So let's have a look through our checklist. So we need a minimum of 5 players from each nation, which we do have. We've got 5 Australian in starting 11 and 5 from New Zealand. A minimum of 2 evolutions, which we do have as well. Minimum 1 female player, she's a centre back. And a minimum 1 Path to Glory player. We've got loads of them. We've even got the National Pride cards as well. And you'll be glad to know that all these cards are untradeable. So we've used 0 coins to buy these. And let's move on to the actual 2 games now. So let's talk about some facts about Australia and New Zealand. Australia qualified for the World Cup for the first time in 1974. Australia reached the round of 16 in both 2006 and 2022. Australia defeated Denmark in Qatar 2022 to advance to the knockout stages. Australia's all-time World Cup top scorer is Tim Cahill. And New Zealand remain unbeaten in World Cup matches so far. Let's hopefully I can do them right and still stay unbeaten. Chris Wood. Oh, Chris Wood! Unbelievable power shot. Unbelievable. Chris Wood does it again, as per usual. Jesus Louise, he doesn't even have a power shot playstyle. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, nearly. Too easy. Too easy. They don't know who I am. I am a FIFA pro player, is what I like to think, but I'm nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. Oh, see, he even thinks I'm a FIFA pro player. He's like, you know what? F this, man. F this. I'll score an own goal and I'll give you a win. You deserve it. Very, very well. Jesus Louise. At the 2010 World Cup, New Zealand drew all 3 group games. New Zealand finished above reigning world champions Italy in the 2010 group stage. Australia moved from the Oceania Confederation to the Asian Football Confederation in 2006. New Zealand are traditionally dominant force in Oceania qualification. If combined, Australia and New Zealand would represent a population of roughly 32 million people and one of the strongest football regions outside of Europe and South America. Jesus Louise, they should do that. They should do a combined national team for the World Cups because, oh my goodness, this team is unreal. Jeez, one more game. Let's go and see what this has in store for us. See, yeah, let's get it. Okay, so key players to watch out is Harry Souttar for Australia, Cameron Burgess, Metcalf, and Yengi, as well as the goal scorer from the recent games, Elia Just. Oh, come on, you could do better than that. Oh my goodness, this is going to be difficult. Go on, let's go. Back at it again. Come on, we're coming back in. We're coming back. Come back. World Cup, come back. Let's go. Oh, fuck's sakes. Fuck's sakes. I should put a bit of curve on that. And for New Zealand, the players to look forward to are Chris Wood, Kakashi, Kakase, Garbit, and Wayne. And sorry, Eli just does not play for Australia. He plays for New Zealand. Oh, Cahill, beautiful, bellissimo. Tim Cahill, top scorer of the Australian national team. Come back, Don, come back, Don, come back, Don, come back, Don. Get in. Who's stopping me now? Who's stopping me now? 2 games in a row where we have won back to back. You get me? One game, it was easy cruising, and the second game, it was a comeback of generational comebacks. You won't get to see that anywhere but here on this channel. Jesus Louise. But yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure as always, and I hope you've enjoyed this series and especially these episodes, because these road to glories for these nations are going well, in my opinion. But yeah, sometimes they might get a bit repetitive, but either ways, you are still gonna catch a joke or two. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.